Hey, shalom, shalom. It's the brother Abba Buff in the DC Church coming at you, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushua B'Shem Kokadash. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, B'Shem in the name and calling me the Spirit, Kodash me holy. Alright, these are the names of the powers that I come to you in order to confess the 100% truth and Lord's will seal the elect's fate. Shani Kabaga will ever cause and claim Naba Aitwa. Shalom wa Barakam Abakam Shiyasha Allah. That's double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS in these times, and also peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel, to the men out there that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth. To you I say Shalom wa Barakam Abakam. Peace and blessings be upon you. Now, in a post-production, Lord's will, I'm gonna put the video of a bird just eating a piece of bread, and it was a very simple moment, but I just I thought about it spiritually, and when I seen the bird eating the bread, it kind of made me think of Matthew the 6th chapter, which I'm gonna actually start at Matthew chapter 6 verse 25. It says, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life what you shall eat or what you shall drink, nor yet for the body what you shall put on. It is not life more than meat, and the body than raiment." And I brought this out, which I'm going to keep reading the rest of the precept, because that bird had no knowledge of what it was going to eat today. That bird didn't know that it was going to find that piece of bread on the floor, and didn't know that it was going to find something sufficient enough for it to eat in order for it to survive the next day. Now, I said all that to say that we don't know what deliverance is ahead of us in our current situation, whether we're going through a trial, tribulation, or whether we're going through whatever it is the Lord is putting us through that specific time. But the scriptures tell you that literally we're more important than the things that we utilize to keep us stable from day to day. Okay, furthermore, we're more important than the trial that we're currently going through. So that's why we have to be optimistic, and we also have to be visualistic to understand that the future events will in turns actually benefit us. Okay, so it says, "Behold, the fowls of the air, they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are you not much better than they?" And I thought about it just like that. There's been times in my life to where I was down to my last $20 on a Monday, and I had to last all the way up until Friday. And the Lord somehow, some way made a way to escape. Okay, He made a way for me to actually bear it, and He also, probably put the spirit on a brother that week to slap me a couple of dollars, or not even that. There's times where you're on the brink of a mental breakdown, man, and the Lord, He sends the help that you need for that specific time. Okay. Just taking this coming, man. Just thinking Shalaki, I got cut off, but like I said, there's been specific times in our lives to where we didn't have the means to provide for ourselves, but the Lord came through and actually ended up granting us giving us what we need in order to be preserved to the next day, man. Okay, and the thing is, the Lord loves to do that, because what it does is it breeds, it extracts faith. Okay, so where's that? I don't know why I was thinking of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13. Right, it says, "There have no temptation taken you but such as is common to men, but the heavenly Father is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it." All right. It also, the same goes for the fowls of the air. Okay, they may be starving one day. The Lord is merciful enough to provide food for them so that they're able to eat. How much more us? The Lord has a shelter for us, and He also grants us positions to where we're able to not only help ourselves, but also help the fellow neighbor next to you, man. And that's why I also wanted to kind of hone in and italicize the fact that, Akim, you have to make sure that you're taking care of your brother financially, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Okay. Sometimes a brother needs you to physically be there for him. A brother needs you to spiritually be there for him. A brother needs you to mentally be there for him. A brother needs you to be financially there for him. And we have to service them, okay? Because that is a part of our job description, and that is a part of what we signed up for, all right? If you say that you will put your life on the line for the man that's standing next to you, these things shouldn't be a surprise to you, man. These things shouldn't even be something that we're talking about. This is a given, essentially, all right? Because if you're fucked up, or if your brother's fucked up, you gotta esteem it as you're fucked up, okay? If he's in a rut, if he's in a situation, you're in a rut and in this situation, okay? Because we're only as strong as our weakest link. There's a Kwon Pashai always used to say that, all right? So that's why it's imperative, and what that also does is it builds a rapport. And what that also does is build a rapport with you and your Akim, okay? And it also builds a rapport with you and the Heavenly Father. Because when you do certain things, the Heavenly Father would then bless you with more than you even expected, more than you could number, more than you could understand, okay? More than you could even comprehend. All right? So you don't do these things to look for a blessing. You do these things because these are your obligations. These are all obligatory services, okay? And the thing is, you should have pleasure in doing these things too. Because what did Paul say? He said, without charity, I'm nothing. All right? And he also italicized how important charity actually is when it comes to your neighbor. So that's why we have to carry that baton and carry that fire onto our everyday life when it persists of our Akim, of our brothers, man. When it persists of the flock of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. He said, Yahweh Shai even said that. He said, if you love me, feed my sheep. Feeding is not only physical food. It's anything that nourishes the body. When you think of the aspect of food, okay, what does food do? It preserves. So if your Akim, if your brother is not in a position to where, you know, he's able to be preserved, or he's in a sustainable position, you have to put him in a position, you have to help put him in a position to where he can be sustained or be preserved, okay? And our livelihoods are very, very important, because the money that you make isn't only for your fucking self. And that's something that Akim have to really realize too. And I'm taking rebuke from this too. You know, when you make money, you got to put forth some alms. You know, take care of the fold. You can never give enough to the fold, man, because the fold is always going to need. And you got to look at it like yourself. When you give alms, this is how I put it. And this what kind of, you know, I'm starting to try to institute in my life a lot more too. Okay, when you give alms, you got to give alms as if you're giving to somebody who's in a dire position that needs money today. Okay, like, give as much as you possibly can. All right, because the scriptures tell you healeth a broken heart, essentially. You know, in the book of Sirach, you may have a brother who's going through a situation and all he needs is a little bit of alms in order to hold him over so that he can get through that rut. Okay, what you gonna hold out on him? You don't know if that extra 20 that you put toward your camp, you don't know if that extra 20 could help a brother get out of a situation that he's been in for years, man. You gotta be considerate. And honestly, I'm saying this to myself prior to me saying it to any brother. You know, you gotta be considerate, and you also have to esteem it as if you're in the situation and you're fucked up. How much would you want your brother to reach out and help you, man? Okay, it goes hand in hand, you know? And that's why, you know, you have to put yourself in the predicament of your Akim. You know, you have to wear your brother's shoes, all right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that we don't have our own burden, just to clarify that, all right? Let me get back to Matthews. It says, behold, the fowls of the air, they sow, Matthew chapter 6, verse 26, it says, behold, the fowls of the air, they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Which of you, by taking thought, can add? No gracias, Papa. No gracias, Papa. It says, which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature. It says, and why take ye thought for remnant? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil not. It says, neither do they spin. Yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Okay, so the thing is, the Lord, he's always, especially for somebody who is consistently doing the things that pertaineth to this truth and that pertaineth to servicing the service of the Heavenly Father. If you're an avid follower of Yahweh Shem Shai, he's always going to put you in the best predicament for you to grow. Okay, even if that means loss, because in order for you to grow, you have to lose. All right, because what happens is it's necessary loss. It's necessary hell. You know, I made that video a long time ago, but it's necessary hell that we basically have to endure in order for our spirit to be expanded. Okay, because what happens through that? When you go through certain trials and tribulation, it opens your understanding to experience. When you experience certain things, that's when you're able to excel in knowledge. And I can honestly say, since I've been, traveling and doing certain things, the Lord has been bringing me up in spirit, and I've been seeing things within myself that the Lord has been allowing me to kind of gather. Okay. But it all I cut off again. But I'm gonna just finish this up right here. This is and just as I was saying, the experience is what allows your mind to be expanded in order for you to grow. Because you got to understand, you have to be put in a spot to where you have to be put in a spot to where you can actually grow. Okay, you have to be expanded so that the Lord can put more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding into you. Okay, so Matthew chapter 6 verse 29, it says, "Yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if the Heavenly Father so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you?" It says, "O ye of little faith." See, so just summing it up, and it's beautiful because this ties right into the next chapter, which is Matthew the 7th chapter, which basically says, asking you shall receive, seeking you shall find, knocking the door shall be opened unto you. Okay, and we have to live by that status. We have to live by those standards, essentially. Okay, so just as the Lord fed this bird that I just witnessed, the Lord will feed you in all aspects, not just physically, not just the flesh. Okay, not just the carnal flesh, but also mentally, spiritually, and financially. Okay, in all aspects of your life, the Lord will allow you to grow. You just have to believe that. Okay, and you just have to ask. All right. So with that, I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai B'Shem Kokadash. Shen Yikabaga Walaver Kawaz going on by Shalom wa Barakam Babakan Shah Shalom Makim. Till next time.